Hey guys, so it's me Alexis and welcome to my astrology channel, and today we'll be covering the Sagittarius Rising. Before I start the video though, I'll tell you guys that you don't have to vote because we only have one sign left and it's Aries. Next week I'll be covering the Aries Rising. I also want to say that since this Rising series is going to end soon, there's 3 ideas that I have and I want you guys to help me decide on, what series I should do next. Saturn in the houses has been a popular idea. Someone mentioned aspects in astrology and I think that's a great series to cover because, aspects are very important. The last idea is just, covering the basics like signs, planets, houses, aspects, etc. Like, it's great for anyone who's just starting out. Just tell me what kind of videos you guys want to see after this series. Without further ado, I'll go to Sagittarius. So I kind of want to cover Sagittarius as a sign before we go into the rising part of it. So when it comes to Sagittarius, it's a fire sign, it's mutable, and it's masculine. So a lot of the energy that you'll see from Sagittarius will be external. You'll see it around you, not in you, around you. Since it's a fire sign, it's very passionate. Since it's mutable, there's this flexible quality to Sagittarius. When I think of Sagittarius, I think of heat because, heat is kind of correlated with fire. It's like the first thing people think of when they think of heat. Like, heat and fire have this colloquial connection. Heat is everywhere and heat is flexible. You can apply heat to anything, like, heating up something in the microwave, heating up, your room because it's cold, using the heater. I just think of Sagittarius as heat because, it's a flexible kind of fire. With this flexible fire, I feel like Sagittarius is a sign where they can make a presence anywhere. I feel like with Sagittarius, you can stand out but still be liked by others. I kind of want to compare this to Leo because Leo is a fixed fire sign and, since they're fixed, they're less flexible in their presence and, when you're fixed, you're stubborn, and if you're stubborn, you're going to have more problems with people. When you're mutable like Sagittarius, you're not going to have these problems as often. I kind of want to connect this to how Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is like, the big old planet that's full of luck. When you think of Jupiter, just think of things that come easy for you. Think of light. Think of something that's, fun, not serious. Great, fun. With Jupiter, think of humor. Think of something light. Don't think of anything serious because it's the planet that comes before Saturn. Saturn is so responsible, restrictive, serious like Capricorn, but Jupiter is not like that. Jupiter is expansive. With this expansive quality, they can be excessive and kind of extra, but I'll mention that later in the video. With a Sagittarius rising, you're going to find someone who's very fun to hang out with. I don't think Sagittarius risings are boring at all. Like, if you ever see a Sagittarius rising, you're probably going to have a lot of fun with them because they're just so open. Sagittarius rising people can be very humorous. They know how to make you laugh. You're always going to have a good time with them. It's hard to make a Sagittarius rising serious because they think of the world in an optimistic way. They want to explore the world. They want to see what the world has to offer. When you look at the eyes of a Sagittarius rising, you just see a bunch of curiosity. That's why Sagittarius rising is just so adventurous. With a Sagittarius rising, they just want to explore and learn a bunch of things. You see a traveler when you see a Sagittarius rising. Not everything has a good side. There's definitely a good side of Sagittarius, but everything has a bad side. To, be a Debbie Downer, I will say that when it comes to Sagittarius risings, they can be a little bit arrogant because, with Jupiter, there is an arrogant side to Jupiter. You may find a Sagittarius rising to be a know-it-all or someone who's very preachy at times, especially in subjects that they're interested in. You may find a Sagittarius rising just talking and talking and talking about what they're passionate about. While they're probably good at it, they're just preachy. To me, it can be sort of annoying if you want to involve other people in a conversation. So that's one thing with the Sagittarius rising. Another thing is that Sagittarius risings can be a little bit extra. It's a colloquial term, but with Sagittarius risings, they tend to overdo things. So if they're happy, they're overly happy. If they're angry, they're overly angry. There's just so much excessiveness when it comes to a Sagittarius rising. You're not going to find a Sagittarius rising to be in moderation if they're not developed. I think the bad thing about Jupiter is that there's this excessive side to them. Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. That's probably That's probably what Sagittarius Rising is in a nutshell. They're good, but if you're too good, it's not good anymore. When it comes to their appearance, Sagittarius Risings tend to look optimistic. They tend to have an ovally shape, not like Libra where there's like balance, but like there's a happy look to Sagittarius. I mean, personally, when I look into their eyes, they look wise. There's a wise look to Jupiter. When it comes to Sagittarius, they look very relaxed. You're not going to find a Sagittarius rising that looks stressed out. You're not gonna find them looking angry. You're gonna find them looking happy and, you know, maybe kind of crazy. Because, you know, speaking of Sagittarius is known to be pretty reckless. So, you know, depending on who you are, if you meet a Sagittarius, they're either the best person to hang with or the scariest person to hang with, because Sagittarius risings can be a little bit crazy sometimes and a little bit reckless, because, you know, that's something Sagittarius is known for. With adventure, with exploring, there's danger. And with danger, there's a tendency to be reckless. So that's where the recklessness comes from. I think that's pretty much it on Sagittarius. I'll be covering Aries next week. Thanks for watching.